Martin Beutner, teaching music for over 36 years, the last 10 of which I've been at Sam Houston Elementary School in Denton, Texas. How do I continue impacting my students? It's all about relationships. I build relationships with those children from the time they walk in my door. And once you are Miss B's student, you are always Miss B's student. One of my proudest moments has been Jose, who as a second grader was identified at risk to not graduate from high school. But he sang beautifully, and we worked to keep his grades up. We got him in my 4th and 5th grade choir. It was hard to keep him in choir, but he stayed in choir. And he came back to visit me on the last day of school last week to tell me that he had been named Outstanding Soloist on the baritone for his entire middle school district solo and ensemble contest. I think that's my latest, proudest moment. There's lots of Jose's at my school. The biggest challenges I face in this elementary classroom are trying to find a way to engage the children and also for them to retain their knowledge. I only see them once a week for 50 minutes maybe, compared to high school, college, middle school, the other things that I've taught, where I saw them every other day or perhaps every day. How do I get those kids to retain one time a week? I need to grab them. And that is why I've adopted the Kodai methodology. It's sequential music learning, and it's fun. We all know the research that tells us that learning music sequentially from a very young age provides more synapses for the brain to communicate. It makes us better at math, reading, and science. Kodai is also fun. But now, in recent years, there's technology. And some of my students at the age of 7 have their own smartphones. They certainly are on their parents' smartphones and their devices when they're at home. I need to provide some bells and whistles in my classroom. So I access technology, Pinterest, Teachers Paying Teachers, YouTube, where we can actually see the musicians performing rather than the old style of opening a book, maybe listening to a CD. But my biggest innovation is flipping my classroom. And I've done this with my choir classroom before I knew what flipping was. It means that you take what you used to do in the classroom and you film yourself. I do it here in my home studio. I provide the link to the parents and I teach the songs of foundational learning in that way. Then the students practice at home and come back the next week and we work to modify those vowels, to make the vowels beautiful, to make them tall, the diction, the breathing, making music, adding the dynamics. It's wonderful. I'm also flipping my recorder classroom, and that is incredible. And the kids are taping themselves. That's my assessment. They tape themselves playing their little songs and send it to me in an email. It is knock your socks off great. It's brilliant. They're so excited. If we can keep them in the performing arts through high school, we have a better chance of keeping them in high school to graduate from high school. And I couldn't be prouder to share their joys and their sorrows with them. I'm just blessed to be a music teacher and to be able to affect so many people so positively, I hope. That's my goal. Thanks for this honor. It's Martin Beutner. Bye-bye.